question I have gotten in the past week and a half now are, well, there's two questions. Are track bars worth it on a gas truck / K1500, and why in the hell did I put track bars on my K1500? So I'm gonna answer the first, or one of the questions first, which is, why did I put track bars on my K1500? Well, honestly, guys, I just like the look. When I first started this idea about a month and a half, 2 months ago, you know, I was looking for a shop, but I wanted the look of track bars on a K1500. Now, most K1500 guys, and I'm not bashing you all at all, so don't take this the wrong way, put them way up here on the frame as the mounting point. I wanted them up on the slant part to kind of tuck them up underneath and make it more subtle. Yes, I'm painting the brackets on the very soon, so don't worry about that. I'm going to cover up the rust and whatnot. But anyways, so that's why I went with that. And I also want to do something totally different. So I did the faceplate series where I got my Trucks and Water name, the 2 bars, you know. Both of these, one track bar weighs like 60 to 80 pounds a piece. These are very hefty. The upper steel is 2-inch, lower steel is inch and 7/8. So they are very, very, very hefty track bars, and they're rated for about 1,000 horsepower, which is way more overkill than needed for this truck. But basically, guys, I just wanted them for the look. I love the look of it. It makes it like an aggressive street truck, even though it's a 4-wheel drive. I don't take this truck off-road. If you've been on the channel, by any point, you know I don't take this truck off-road whatsoever freaking ever. So I wanted them for that. And it just makes the truck, I just like the overall look of it with the truck. I mean, it just gives it, because I got street tires on, I got Nitto 420s. So it just gives it a really, really good look. I mean, I love the look of it. Don't get me wrong. It just makes it, I don't know, it just makes it more aggressive. Now, is it worth putting on your truck? If you want the look, yes. The purpose of these track bars, though, for the axle wrap, which I'm going to read you the definition of so no one is confused on what axle wrap is. Axle wrap is a condition that affects vehicles equipped with leaf springs under extreme acceleration, occasionally deacceleration. When the driver of a leaf spring equipped vehicle applies excessive throttle, the rear axle housing attempts to rotate around the axles as the tires grip the road surface. Rotation of the axle housing is defined as axle wrap. Under high traction conditions, the leaf springs will bend as the axle housing rotates around the axle. This bending or warping of the leaf springs leads to the term axle wrap. In some cases, the rear springs can break and in severe cases, cause a bend in the rear quarter panel of the vehicle or the drive shaft output, pulling out of the transmission, or even braking. So, is it worth to prevent axle wrap on these trucks? No, because these trucks are not powerful enough from stock. Mine's pushing about, I think, 230, 250 crank horsepower to do anything. But here's the big but. If you've ever driven one of these trucks, or if you have this truck, now I can only testify to a 342 rear end. I don't know about the 373s or the most uncommon one. I think some of these came with 410s, I believe. I can't remember exactly. But for 342s, when you would get on it hard at a red light, like you're launching it basically, or you're rolling down the interstate and you get on it to drop a gear and pass somebody, you can physically feel the rear end wanting to rotate. The truck now just squats and goes now. There is no axle wrap in this truck whatsoever. Now, are you going to break something if you keep doing that with a stock truck? No, if you break something, that's surprising. But Chevy did not. However they designed this rear end on this truck was not the greatest design ever. They could have done a whole lot better of supporting it. But these track bars really help suck up that rear end, especially on hard accelerating, like a downshift in the third and going up. Now, I mean, like I said, you do not have to have these. I'm not saying that whatsoever. You will be perfectly fine without having track bars. But it does actually help. Everybody that's ridden in this truck since I've gotten the track bars, and we've done like a 30-40 roll and I've gotten on it, the thing just squats down and goes instead of having that like axle, like the axle wants to like rip out from underneath it. I don't know how to describe it. You know what I'm talking about if you've ever experienced, or you know what I'm talking about if you've ever experienced it. So I highly recommend them though if you are wanting to prevent that on your truck, but it's not a necessary option for your K1500. If you've got a high horsepower diesel or a high horsepower gas application, by all means get yourself a pair of track bars. You'll save your rear end and you'll get a lot better traction gripping them down low. But especially when you lift these trucks, I've heard, once you go above a leveling kit like I've got, like if you go in a 4 or 6 inch lift or even higher, you want to put track bars on to prevent that axle wrap, because you're dropping that leaf spring and everything way down, so it's got more possibility of wrap. Or more of a high horsepower application, these trucks, if you LS swap it or build up the 350 or something like that, you want to do it. So that's what I'm trying to get at, guys. It's not a necessary thing if you have a stock truck, but if you don't have a stock truck, you might want to look into it. You don't have to do the design I have, like more ladder bar system. You can just do a straight one bar. You don't have to do a ladder bar system, but I want to do that because I like it and I want to be a little bit different, creative. The black though, what a lot of people don't know is when you hit light on this black paint, my paint guy put the copper flake from this paint in it so it sparkles in light, and it's freaking amazing. Absolutely love that about the truck. So, or I love that about the track bars. So like I said, guys, it is not a 100% necessary thing. It doesn't help you with mudding like some people have claimed. I don't know why they've claimed they actually will probably hinder you. You still get caught up on stuff in the mud hole. But if you have a lifted K1500, if you have a high horsepower application, or you just want to prevent axle wrap, it's very, very well worth the money and the investment. So I want to thank you all so much for watching this video. If you like the video, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Join the Truck Smarter family. We're constantly growing, changing, trying new and better things. I hope you all have a great day. And remember, never give up on your dreams.